What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another exclusive interview. My name is Scott Mitchell on behalf of TurnbuckleTimes, and this is going to be a very interesting interview today because today, on the real, before we get into the interview, it's a very special interview for me because this is somebody who I had the chance to not only grow up with, but the chance that I had to see her grow into the person that we see before us today, the demon we see before us today, because she is scary. Don't let the looks fool you. She will kill you. But but
I
please welcome the doctor's favorite patient herself, Amity LaVey. How are you doing today, Amity?
am just peachy, Scott. How are you?
I'm doing amazing, and I am scared. I'm a little nervous, but I'm happy
Why?
to work with you because I
Why?
have seen I've seen videos of you just destroying your opponents in the ring. It's very scary, but you know what? I am
Mhm.
very happy to work.
That's fine. Most podcasters are safe. Most.
Most. I hope I'm one of the most.
We'll see.
But in order to tell your story, I kind of did want to go back a little bit to the beginning for you, and that is when and why did you first become a fan of this crazy world that we all love?
Ugh, a fan of it. I hate this thing. No, I'm just kidding. I love it. Um, it's all started one day when I was flipping through the channels and I saw SmackDown was on. And I fell in love with the Undertaker. Just the Undertaker for the longest amount of time. We didn't watch any of the other matches, just knew that at that point he was main eventing pretty much every SmackDown. So I would turn it on whenever I knew around the time. And then it went from there. And then I started watching everything else. And then I started to actually like everything else. Funny how that works.
Recently shared a photo on Twitter too of you like when you were first starting out, and you're just like it's just like seeing where you are now,
Mm-hmm.
the mind like going down like the dark path and stuff. When did you realize like you finally gave in to those demons inside of you, and you finally gave in to the dark place, and this is who we see in front of us today?
Well, I saw him. I saw them. I heard him. I heard them. And they just started telling me things to do. And I started listening. And then a bunch of doctors tried to tell me to stop doing the things, and then I did what I had to do.
I'm scared to ask what you had to do.
Don't worry about it. Sure, there's articles somewhere.
And I do want to talk a lot about your career too, because we've seen you become absolutely a mainstay in places like New England, Wrestling Open, Beyond Wrestling, now WWR Plus. Your hard work is truly paying off to reach these levels. What do you attribute this to the most?
Um, Honestly, I would say just everyone's always like, "Oh, it's right place, right time," like whatever. People weasel your way in stuff like that. But like, I feel like I've just been really lucky. Because I don't really know where it all came from. All of a sudden, something maybe around this time last year clicked. And I found myself branching out from places that I didn't feel like I was gonna leave at any point. My home. I didn't feel. I thought I was gonna. I didn't expect to leave. And I'm not saying leave as in like, oh, I left because I went off and I got signed and I did this, that, the other thing. Like, obviously, I'm on the indies. But I feel like I'm in the right spot. I'm where I should be at this point. I think I'm at a good point. I feel like I there's certain things that I might be a little behind on with certain aspects of the whole thing. But I think I'm where I should be. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely. And you have endeared yourself to a brand new audience, and you showed everybody who Amity LaVey
Oh
is,
yes, and they love me. They
and
love.
they eat it all up. And I have to ask you, when you first went to Massachusetts, Connecticut, all these places, right? And you
Mhm,
brought out at the doctor's favorite patient, you brought out Amity LaVey.
mhm.
What went into like, were you expecting that reaction right off the bat?
Um, Not really, because the places that I was when I had first, started to evolve was they weren't biting. They weren't biting. But I think I can contribute that a lot to not having the right, I don't want to say resources, because they could have the right resources, but just not the right people who understand something as complex as a character as I am, or somebody that I am. Even just I'm different. I'm very different. And you have to learn to love me or hate me. And where I'm located, I don't feel like I have that same crowd. So the crowds in New England are definitely, they're my people, and I appreciate them. And every single one of them shows me how much they appreciate me, and I will continue to do that. Unless one of them really pisses me off, and then they're done.
And speaking of people being done, you have a very busy weekend this weekend.
Oh, I do. I'm gonna be
and there might be 5 body bags by the end of this weekend. So
so you counted.
Yes,
That's how many I have in my gear bag over there. I was just texting Sammy that before.
And looking ahead at this weekend as a whole, before we dive into the matches, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 big shows for you personally. What is your mindset heading into this weekend?
I'm not worried. I have my big sister Sammy with me for 2 of them. Both of them, really. I mean, yeah, I'm only wrestling twice. So I'm not worried. And the tomorrow, just looking at my competitors, I mean, come on. Everybody saw what me and Sammy did to Nomi. And Nomi's gonna be the big strong one in the match that everyone's gonna expect her to come in and destroy everyone until Sammy comes in. And then she's done.
And you spoke about it there. Your weekend does kick off tomorrow as you travel to BST to team up with the Awakening Info.
Yes, my sisters. I've missed them so much.
And Vita VonStarr, which I love seeing Vita VonStarr again.
Both of my sisters. I don't get them very often.
As you face off with Nomi, Gabby Forza, Jazmyne Hao, and Lili Ruiz, what is your mindset heading into this 6-woman tag?
Like I just said, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. The other 2, I've beaten Jazmyne Hao by myself. I could do it with my arms tied behind my back. Lily, little fishy, what is pescita? Pesci? That's how we say in Italian. I don't like pesci. I don't eat it. I'm allergic to it. So, bye-bye. And Nomi, like I just said, we flattened her. And now we have Vita. It's not just me and Sammy. Me and Sammy took care of Nomi. Me, Sammy, and Vita can take care of all 3 of them.
I love that. That's going to be a great match. And I have to say, the Awakening, one of my favorite trios on the Indies today. One of my favorite teams on the Indies today.
Whether
it's I love it. I loved it. And I saw you on Twitter too with the dance party, that new move that was going on.
Yeah.
I hope to see you break that out. I hope to see you break that out this week.
Maybe. We'll see.
But I have to ask you too, what does it mean to you to work alongside Sammy and Vita and see all they accomplish as well as your sisters?
I love everything that they do. I love everything that Vita's done. She's such a veteran, and I don't feel like she gets her flowers like she deserves. So I'm gonna give them to her. She really is such a vet. And she's such a supportive, just go with the flow. Doesn't, she's not difficult to work with. When you're thinking from a talent point of view, she's easy. She's easy to work with, and she always brings somebody with her, which is awesome too. She brings students with her, and she trains, and she has people underneath her that she takes care of and has them under her wing, and it's nice to see. It's a very almost mommy like. She's my sister, but it's mommy like almost. She's big sister, and then Sammy is big sister. And Sammy just squashes everyone. So seeing Sammy go to Japan and just coming back is just even meaner. Hot.
Oh yeah, you guys are unstoppable together. I absolutely love the three of you guys together.
Oh yeah.
And I have to ask you too, when did you realize like you had something here with Sammy and Vita, and you kind of formed the awakening, and you kind of all came together with this
Yeah.
group of dominating everybody that's in your path?
Yeah. So Vita reached out to me. So Vita and I had something in common from the moment we met. And we realized that the two of us, we never fought, but there was no reason to ever fight. We just knew off the bat that we were going to be strong together. Sammy, I've worked with so many times in the past. Sammy and I kept crossing paths. We kept being put in tag matches together. And it's about time that it's an established team finally, not random, you know?
I can't tell you how many times. Like, I mean, we're seeing it on Saturday with Gabby, Lili, and Jazmyne. Like, there's so many teams that are just thrown together, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, you guys look like you'd be good together," but you guys go great together.
Oh yeah, because
That's
we
the big
belong
thing.
together. Anytime I go to a promotion for the first time, my goal, I mean, my goal really is to kill. I don't know if you knew that, but winning a match is nice. So it is nice to go in with the intent to want to win and have that drive. Because if not, you're just going to be stepped all over or put in a body bag.
5 body bags this week. We spoke about 3 of them. The other 2 come on Sunday when you and Sammy team up to face off with Laynie Luck and Allie Katch at WWR Plus Food Fight. What is your mindset heading into this one with Allie and Laynie standing across from you, 2 very formidable challengers?
So I am so excited for this. I wanted to get my hands on Allie for a while. Just because I like the way she looks, you know? I like her. I think she'd be fun. She looks like a fun toy to play with. And Laynie, little Miss Champion, she's somebody that I feel I would look great pinning. Personally. And it would look great for my resume, right?
And does the fact that she's WWE ID mean anything to you and like kind of add any extra flair for you in this match?
No, not really. I mean, it's like I said. Aside from the headline, Amity LaVey pins WWE ID Women's Champion Laynie Luck, sounds amazing to me. So if that is happens to happen, then I mean, obviously we know nothing will it's a tag match, so it's nothing but clout. That'd be nice. Maybe, and I'm sure Sammy would appreciate it too. Maybe Sammy can pin her. Maybe Sammy can pin her, and I can sit on top of Sammy while pinning her, and can have a nice picture moment.
That'd be a nice picture.
That would be so cute. We should do that.
There's so many great photographers in New England area that'll be there. Just get a nice little snapshot.
So many. All those photographers, those photo people better be there. Get all my angles, my good side.
You had so many great pictures, I gotta say, from like the Wrestling Open show that you were sharing and over the time.
Thank you.
So I love it. The photographers there, they kill it. I love everything.
John Washer is great. That's John Washer. Evan is there. He's good. He's great. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. A lot of people are bring their own cameras to shows. And then all of a sudden I'm tagged in something. I know it happens to everyone. We're tagged in something and it's like, oh, what is this? And then it's like the sickest picture ever. It's always the photographers that are in the crowd that get like the most random, like 6 shots, like off the top ropes and shit with like the lights angled perfectly. It's always those guys who get like the really sick ones that like you don't expect until you're tagged in something.
Oh yeah.
So that's dope.
Yeah. And the bigger picture for WWR Plus is that it is an all women's promotion. And I would be remiss if I didn't bring up, how important is it for you to continue to see these all women promotions out there that are killing it like WWR Plus?
It's very important. Because the more and more I'm getting into this business, and I'm not, I could probably speak for a lot of other people, that the more they're getting into it and the more they're getting their feet wet and the more people they're meeting, they're realizing how shitty people are. Just how rude and just entitled even. I'm not even talking creepy because that's just a whole different story, but like entitled. People can really just, and then the people online, the rage baiters, and it's annoying. It's annoying. The what chance? Oh my god. I gave somebody a death stare yesterday for trying to give me a what chant when I was talking about what I did to Lauren St. James.
And then we saw you post on Twitter too about the Worcester thing.
Yeah. What? Worcester? Is it not Worcester? That's what Rich Palladino says in the announcements.
You pronounce it better than I would, so.
That's what I think it is. I think it's Worcester. I don't know. I'm not even, like, I know I have a pretty thick Long Island accent, but I'm not even from here. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. So I've developed this over time from being here, and my father and my parents have thick accents because they're from here, but my childhood was there, so I didn't have this voice. So I don't know. Why don't I pronounce it right? I think I do.
I think so.
I'm going to lose sleep over this tonight.
No, you pronounce it right. He's wrong.
If I'm a little extra mean tomorrow, you know why.
Sorry, guys. That's on me.
Got me all revved up the night before on the podcast and tips me off about the Worcester fans. So guess what? When I see them all tomorrow, you roosters, you Worcester roosters.
And you said you were from Las Vegas too, which is super cool. We saw you as an extra this past like 2 or 3 weeks ago at WrestleMania week. But what was it like just to be back there and participate in many WrestleMania events that weekend on the Indies and as well? It
was really fun. I was so excited to finally wrestle in my favorite place in the whole world. I was there last year. And it was fun. I was backstage for Raw, for like the Raw after Mania last year. But then it's just, you're just backstage. When you're backstage, especially as a, you're kind of just back there. But I actually wrestled this year and it was fun. Like I said, I got to wrestle for the first time in my home, my hometown. Technically, it's not the area I'm from. I'm from Henderson. But I grew up my dad built the casinos. My mom worked in the casinos. So I was in and out all the time, constantly. So the strip was like, I know it like the back of my hand. So to actually wrestle off the strip like that, it was like 5 minutes from my hotel. It was so sick. It was so cool.
That's awesome.
And then being, like you said, the GCW stuff, like Vipress, thank you so much. Like, that was so dope. That was so fun. And she's so cool. She's so nice.
I didn't even notice it was you at first, but then I saw the hair and I was like, that hair anywhere, like the red and the black. Yep. And so I was like, that's so sick, bro. Like that whole atmosphere just looked absolutely.
It was so fun. The whole trip was so fun. It was so nice. It was great. Just waking up knowing that you're just gonna have a fun day.
Yeah.
Dope. For like 7 days in a row. Like, sick.
I was gonna say, how special was it for you to compete in your hometown for the first time ever?
It was very special. I did not win, but I met 2 very lovely people. And that is Jin Savani and Dark Sheik. And I wrestled them, and that match was so fun. It was so fun. I have to find the whole thing. I don't have the whole thing, like the actual production, of it. But it's so fun.
I saw the photos of that. I think you shared it on Instagram. I saw the photos that was in like a brewery or something.
Yeah, right? it was in the brewery. Yeah, it was cool. And then me and Sheik had chairs, and Jin didn't see the chairs for some reason. So she got hit by the chairs because she was like, her eyes were wide open, and it's like, can you not see?
Yeah.
Get your eyes checked.
Should have paid more attention.
About my eye, but I can see. So
should have paid more attention.
Exactly.
That's just on her.
Me and Sheik got her.
Yeah. And, I would also be remiss if I didn't bring up, following Wrestivus this weekend, you will be in another match on May 23rd at Titans Championship Wrestling. You'll be defending your Goddess Championship.
Yes. Oh, I don't have it with me right now. It's in my vehicle.
No worries.
Yeah. Yes, my lovely title, my goddess's title. My goddess's title. Not Emily Saxton, not Francesca Chini, and not Elle Valentine. Nobody even knows there. You don't even go here. Again, not worried, because come on. I don't even need the devout. I know things are a little rocky right now between the boys, but I don't need them. I don't need my brothers that badly, I don't think. But yeah. And Gangone's match with Bear Bronson.
I was going to say, Gangon has his hands full because he has a 4-way match too, and one of those guys is Bear Bronson. So that's going to be...
I'm not worried about anybody else. But Mr. Bear, it's a little different than Miss Nomi.
This is true. Bear, I could vouch, is pretty scary.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
his music hits and it's like, oh, F. Yeah, we're done. You may as well just take off your boots and leave them in the ring and walk out. Bear Bronson. 100%. But that's nothing for Dr. Sleep. Nothing.
Nope. And, I have to ask you, too, looking at the bigger picture for TCW, what has it been like to work for TCW and work with the likes of Dr. Sleep, Anthony Gangone, he has such a mind for the business. He really does.
Gangone is one of my favorite people. He really is. He has been another support, like just so supportive and so, again, brother. He's my brother. He's somebody who I can really look up to know that he always has my back. He's always going to put me in a good position. He's never going to, I trust that he's never going to do wrong by me. And him and I have gotten to know each other on definitely more of a personal level. And we learned that our brains are wired very similarly. And that helps a lot too, because he can understand what Amity needs when nobody else takes the time to find out what Amity needs.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's the nicest thing I heard you say.
Absolutely.
About anybody.
I will only say that for something like Gangone.
I absolutely love Anthony Gangone because I've seen him here a couple times at a promotion local to my house, and he doesn't always get the credit he deserves, in my opinion. But
he's somebody else who needs to get their flowers.
Yeah, and he's so underrated.
He's always there. He's always the guy that you can rely on. He will give you a good match. Just give the man his chance. Just give him an opportunity.
100%.
Please. Somebody, please sign him, please.
And Titan Championship Wrestling as a whole has always been synonymous with the darkness, with the doctor's favorite patient, known as Amity LaVey. What does it mean to you to rule over the Titans as the goddess champion and know you are the top of the mountain and you are the person to beat there?
Well, they may as well carve me into the side of the mountain like Mount Rushmore because I'm not going anywhere. That's all I really have to say about that. I'm not going anywhere. They're not going to take me out. They're not going to kill me. That belt is mine. I'll tattoo it around my waist if I have to.
I cannot wait for that, and I cannot wait to see what happens at that show. That's going to be a fantastic show.
Absolutely.
You're going to kill it, and I'm sure you're going to retain because you know what? Who comes close to you in that match?
No one. Absolutely nobody. Absolutely nobody. I've taken Francesca out, and I've taken Elle out in other times. But Emily Saxton? Karen?
Nah.
Karen? I'm going to call her manager.
Just as well. She looks like a manager. She looks like a manager. So you know what?
She looks like a manager, but then she wants to talk to everyone else's manager. I don't have a manager. I have a medical team. Would you like to talk to them?
I don't know if that's a good idea for her to go talk to your medical team because she will try to find the manager at the doctor's office.
Probably. We're a little short-staffed. I'm kind of looking for a resident right now.
I could like apply, but like I don't know how I would do.
I don't know.
Might not do that good. I'd be like security guard. Like I'm like almost 7 feet tall, so I could be like security guard. You know what I mean?
Security guard works. Security guard definitely works. Yeah.
And I'd also be remiss if I didn't bring up Blitzkrieg Pro, which is another great promotion that we've seen you at lately. Yeah. Recently, we saw you in the all-women scramble, the 5-way all-women scramble. But what's it been like for you to join Blitzkrieg Pro and find another territory to conquer?
Blitzkrieg is somewhere that I have not had the best luck, but I have been able to still have my dignity, and I appreciate that. Jeremy has been great. Everybody there has been amazing, and I just love Connecticut wrestling. Bottom line.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's just good vibes. It's good vibes. The fans love me. Whatever. Buy my merch. I love you.
Are you gonna go all out for the luau, like Amity LaVey and like a luau, like get up?
I don't know about that one, but maybe that I'll get a little crafty. We'll see. Let's see what I can come up with.
That brings me to my next question about the luau, because you are announced for the luau. We don't know what exactly you're doing yet, but what is your mindset heading into this super fun, very just a party for Blitzkrieg Pro? Does Amity join the party, or does Amity do Amity's thing?
Amity will have her own party, and whether her party lines up with everyone else's party is up to them. They want to have fun. They want to be lame.
Love that. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be great.
I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. I can't wait. Everyone keeps hyping it up so much, and it must be good, I guess.
Is this your first luau?
Yeah, it's my first luau.
Oh my god. All right, so the luau is sick because they have like a dress code for like the fans. You got to come dressed like a luau. You got to wear like Hawaiian shit.
Like Hawaiian, like you're on a vacation.
Yeah, you gotta wear a lei. So I'm like, dude, like wear a Hawaiian shirt, wear a lei, piece of cake.
All right.
I think Cruel wore a Santa hat there one time, so that was pretty interesting.
Santa hat to luau?
No, that was in December. He wore the Santa hat.
I the luau. I was like, that's perfect. It fits perfectly on theme.
Honestly, yeah. And, I would be remiss, too, if I didn't bring up in June, on June 20th, you will be going one-on-one with Tiffany Grady at Rising Stars of Women's Wrestling in my neck of the woods here on Long Island. Your neck of the woods, too.
Yeah.
But what's going through your head as that is rapidly approaching and getting to face off with Tiffany?
Am I supposed to be nervous? Why are you asking me? Am I supposed to be nervous?
I don't think so.
No, right? So, finally, I'll get to win at Rising Stars is what I'm thinking. I might have something up my sleeve.
I was going to say, you haven't had the best luck at Rising Stars, but we can turn that No. But we could turn that around in June.
Oh, yeah. We will turn it around because I'm wrestling Tiffany Grady. And who?
Exactly. I think she's a VPW Women's Champ, but I don't know much about that.
Is she now? That's interesting.
You could take that belt from her.
Good to know. That might be something that I might have to think about doing.
If you want a belt, yeah.
If I want a belt, I have a belt.
If you want another belt, I'm saying make a belt collection.
Yeah, I guess so.
But the big picture with Rising Stars that I absolutely love is it is yet another all-women's promotion.
Yes.
David and Mercedes Martinez are building something so special there, so amazing there. What makes it so special for you to be a part of?
Just the fact that I saw it from the start. I've been there from the start. I'm pretty sure I'm like the only person that's been at every single show.
Yeah.
Besides Abaddon, I think maybe I have to look back at it, but I'm I need to be respected. And I need my damn flowers.
And you
but
and
I love Rising Stars. Thanks, Mercedes.
And you and Abaddon had a war there. I'd be remiss if I didn't bring that up. I love that match. You didn't come out on the winning side, unfortunately, but you absolutely killed it. That was an amazing match. Amazing match. What was it like for you to work with her or work with Abaddon?
It was interesting. I don't really have situations like that a lot where, not saying I was uneasy in any way at all. But she's dead. I'm not dead. Obviously, I wasn't gonna win. How do you kill somebody that's already dead? I only know how to kill people. You can't kill what's already dead.
This is true.
So obviously, I was a little worried.
You got to get your revenge though on her. We could do that.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
And kind of going hand in hand with WWR Plus, this is another all women's promotion. The importance of that cannot be understated because we are in an era where sadly, and I'm not going to shout out these promotions, but I've seen so many promotions near me here that don't have one women's match booked on the show. Nope. And they don't, and you're lucky if they have one woman wrestler booked on the show and an intergender thing. So like, how special is it for you to continue to build up these all women show and to continue to build up women's wrestling as a whole?
Definitely important because we finally have a platform. And everyone knows it's been the women's match, bathroom break, blah 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 blah, concession break. Like, no. Sit in your seat, sit your ass down and pay attention and learn something about the sport. Because you know what? Women's wrestling is so much better than it used to be. It's not WWE divas with their thongs sticking out of their pants. Yeah, sure, if some girls with that look, then that's great. But that's not what we do anymore. And that's been something that for years, even in the WWE for years. How long have the horsewomen been around? How long has like that, all of these women, Charlotte Flair and all of them that started off, Bayley. Bayley's doing her own thing too with Lodestone. So it's like we're up, we're on the rise. Pay attention to us.
And I'm super happy to hear you say that because it is so true. So I love women's wrestling. I've always loved women's wrestling. It started with Lita back in the day. She was
the thong with the pants. I said it.
She was like the craziest women's wrestler I've ever seen. She did the moonsaults. I was hooked because I was a huge Hardy Boys fan. Then I saw Lita, and I was just like, "This is fucking awesome." But then, one of my first shows that I remember was the NXT Brooklyn show with Bayley versus Sasha Banks, and that was probably the best match I've ever seen live.
Yeah, I guarantee it. I don't know if I've seen that one particularly. I probably have. I've definitely seen a match between them before. I don't know if it's the same one, but they're amazing. They're incredible. It's not the same.
Yeah. And for for Rising Stars of women's wrestling, what are your hopes for the future there for Amity LaVey? What do you want to continue to do there?
I want to win. That would be nice. Would be nice to finally be able to walk out of there feeling happy. Because then somebody gets hurt when Amity's not happy.
Well, I hope Amity was happy during this interview because last thing I want to do is piss off Amity. And, my final couple questions for you is, first of all, looking ahead for you, do you have any future goals lined up for 2026 or beyond for yourself?
So honestly, a big goal that I have this year is I would love to get myself a spot, whether I do anything or not, or if I'm just there. I definitely want to get some extra work with, a little 3-letter company. I've done with the Fed. I'd like to do the others. A nice little Ring of Honor debut or something like that might be nice. So that's kind of my goal. I know it's a big goal, and I know it, you know, but whether it happens this year or happens next year, at the end of this year, at the beginning of next year, or even at the end of next year, I'll be happy. Because again, like everything else, like I said before, I feel like I'm in a good spot right now, and I have eyes on me the way that I need to in order to progress, I feel. So.
And are there any names, like you're looking at the landscape right now, any names that you want to share the ring with and put in a body bag or do something like that, you know?
So one of them was Allie, for sure. Allie was on my list, so I'm very excited to put her in a body bag on Sunday. So I need 7. I gotta tell Sammy to get another one. I only have 5. 1, 2. Yeah, there's only 5.
I think you only need 5, no?
Oh. Oh my God! You just exposed that I can't do math.
No.
God!
I'm sorry. No, I'm wrong. It was definitely 7.
It's 7. 7 body bags.
It's definitely 7.
Okay.
That's going to be a tremendous match. This is going to be a tremendous weekend. I cannot wait to see everything that you do.
Tremendous amount of body bags.
Oh my God. Dude, just do it over and over again. Then you can use like 20.
Yeah. Or what if we just shove a bunch of people in the same body bag and then it's just one big one, like a bunch of logs?
Or any of the fans that piss you off with the whole Worcester thing.
Oh, you're right. I have to find out who said that. Someone laughed at me.
Was that at Open? That was at Open, right? Yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Wow. And you're going back there like this weekend. They didn't think that through.
They didn't. So if they're going to show up to White Eagle tomorrow at BST, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to have my 2 sisters there to help me. You're done.
And Amity, do you have any final message to anyone out there who might be watching this or reading this and how they can support you or follow you or buy your merch or anything you want to tell them?
Buy my merch. Buy my merch. You can find me on Instagram, Amity LaVey, obviously. Do me a nice little follow. I appreciate that always. I'm trying to get a little bit of a goal. I want to get to 5K. That's something else too. I kind of want to get to 5K soon. So follows are appreciated, and I will always, I try to be as responsive and stuff on social media as I can. I'm usually pretty good with that. I like everyone's comments and stuff like that. For the most part, I don't like weirdos. Don't comment weird stuff on my stuff because then I'm not gonna like your comments. So yeah, just something. But my ex also, I'm trying to gain some more traction on my ex. So support there as well. Don't add me on Facebook if you find me. I'm not gonna accept you. I don't accept fans on Facebook.
True.
That one I don't use.
True. Mm-hmm. And I will include everything in the description below. There's literally no excuse for people not to follow you. All you gotta do is click a button. You don't even need to put it in. That's it. Down below.
And I'm amazing. My content is amazing. I'm beautiful. I'm talented. I'm smart. I'm so funny. I'm so funny, Scott.
You are.
So funny.
That's why I follow you, and that's why I'm a fan of yours,
I'm putting a bag over someone's head and then hitting them with a neck breaker is so funny.
We got to see that this weekend.
The classic. We'll see what I have up my
maybe. This weekend is going to be a blast. On the real, like right before I end this, I do just want to say this was such a special interview for me to work with you.
It was so much fun, Scott. Thank you.
And I do appreciate it because, you're someone I got to see grow from a very early age in wrestling to this amazing star that we see today. And I cannot say how proud I am and how happy I am for you doing everything.
Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. And that's why you're always safe.
Thank you. And I'm not just saying that so you don't kill me. So
smart. You understand. You're picking up.
Yes. So because I see you at shows and I know I know easily not to mess with you. Just buy merch and get out.
Yep. You can come say hi to me. I will always say hi to you. But
I appreciate it.
You got to walk on eggshells sometimes. It depends on the mood I'm in.
This is true.
And the medication I took that day because I'm not very good at it lately.
I was going to say the medication will help this week, but I don't know if you're going to take it for tomorrow.
I don't like swallowing pills. I'm not good at swallowing pills.
All right, then everyone is screwed this weekend. So
yeah, sorry.
Do your thing. Kill them. Not literally, but kill it.
Figuratively and literally.
She said it, not me. But Amity, it was a pleasure to work with you.
It was a
Thank
pleasure,
you so
Scott.
much
Thank
for your time.
Thank you so much for yours.